Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you community and Torah and love and friendship every day. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today is May 10th, 2022. It's a Tuesday. Good morning, everyone. I hope that you and yours are safe and well, feeling healthy and supported by those around you, feeling affirmed from within, and feeling excited to start a day, as I am excited to start a day with you. Carl, Boker Tov, Penny, thank you. It is broadcast 542. Thank you, Cheryl. Hi, Aaron. Sharon, Boker Tov. Hi, Arlene. Good to see you. It's good to see everybody. Cynthia, nice to see you too. Debbie, Lisa, thank you for being here, my friend. Lisa, what a gift it is to share Torah with you always, especially right now. Thank you. Linda, let me come back to what you just said. You lit a candle last night for your father, Gilbert Landis. It's his 9th year at site. May his memory be for a blessing. We're dedicating our learning today to his memory, my friend. Judy, thank you. Good to see you here. Natalie, Lydia, Boker Tov. Barry, nice to see you. Thank you, everyone, for checking in. I'm doing okay. Debbie and Dina, good morning, friends. Marilyn, Minna, Dale, I'm feeling okay. Thank you, everyone, for asking. You can keep on asking. I promise not to get annoyed by demonstrations of care. And thank God for the caring love of my wife and from all of you, but especially my wife. So, you want to say thank you to anybody? It is to my amazing partner in life. Faye, David, good to see you. Wow, you are traveling the world and we get to travel with you as you go. Glad you're in France. Adrian, Dale, good to see you. All right, friends, thank you for checking in on me. We come together to check on each other. I'm glad to be part of a caring community with you. Let's sing a bracha, learn some Torah. Let's see if I can get some melody out today. So far, so good. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah, la'asok b'divrei Torah, hafok ba ve'hafok ba, la'asok b'divrei Torah. Friends, it is so good to see all of you here. Thank you for singing with me, Valerie. It is much more fun when we sing together. That is always the case, no matter what the reality is. I want to make sure that I don't take for granted, not even a hint of taking for granted, what it is to be alive right now, to have access to the kind of health care, to have access to the science that gave the vaccines to the world, to be part of advocating for a healthy world that takes responsibility for ourselves and for each other. I've said this countless times for you all and for so many others when we have been afflicted by the pandemic, when we ourselves have been exposed to COVID, when we've been ill. And to have come to a place where my life is disrupted and I'm not feeling great, but I'm okay and I'm not scared And that tells me that the world has moved forward. Not enough of us have taken the science seriously. Not enough of us have taken the precautions, but even when we do get ill. And to be in a world that can show resilience through illness doesn't mean that I'm resigned to the ongoing impact of the pandemic, nor am I ignorant of my own privilege. I'm currently on medication prescribed by my doctor. I have insurance that gave me the ability to purchase it at a reasonable price. Actually, I think there was no copay for this, which tells me even more. And I have a job. And I have community. These things are privilege and blessing beyond words. I want to make sure you know how much you mean to me, and how much the gift of my position at UJA means through me. I feel such blessing, not only in this community that we've created together, but in all the work that I'm lucky enough to do. And yes, I accept the refuah shlema. I need it. I send it to everyone else in need. And I recognize that we have a responsibility, we who are blessed with the health that is not only our bodies providing, but science, and hopefully insurance that everyone has access to, healthcare that everyone has access to. This work is a blessing, and we are meant to pay it forward. So with everything I've got, which is more than I had yesterday, really, I'm pledging again to doing the work that we do. And that's the Torah I wanted to share today. Some of us, including Linda, kind soul in Florida, who's been part of our community daily since the very beginning, some of us have been studying the Omer, which is the period of time that begins with the second day of Passover and goes until Shavuot. And because of the meaning of the 2 days, it's the journey from liberation from Egypt to standing at Sinai and receiving the Torah. And each week during the Omer, it's 7 weeks, is associated by Kabbalah, by mysticism, to a specific attribute of God called a Sefirah. It's a very deep conversation that I'd be glad to have at another point. But this week's assigned Sefirah is Netzach. And I wanted to take the moment today to just talk about Netzach, because I think it's poetic to be in the week of Netzach, which can mean victory. It's not the primary meaning, but in the Torah, actually, you should know this, in the Torah, there's no mentioning of the word Netzach. It is actually only in the prophets and then the writings, and then in rabbinic writings, that the word Netzach appears. It's interesting that the Chumash, the 5 books of Moses, don't include the word Netzach. The very idea is later. But Netzach typically means forever. The Talmud actually translates Netzach in the same way that it translates the word Va'ed or Selah. Netzach is a foreverness. But the very first mention of the word Netzach is in Shmuel Aleph, the first book of Samuel, and it says, Netzach Yisrael lo yishaker. Netzach Yisrael is actually a name of God. The first time the word Netzach appears is God's name, the Eternal One of Israel. And the prophet Samuel, Shmuel, says to King Saul, who's lost God's grace because he has not followed God's command. Again, a complicated conversation. We'll have that another time too. But the prophet says, God does not lie. God does not change. God is Netzach forever. But as you follow the language within Tanakh, within the Hebrew Bible, coming until the book of Eicha, of Lamentations, Lama la Netzach, why forever have you abandoned us, God? That sounds like a forever thing, especially given that God's own name is also Netzach, forever. Except that immediately afterwards, in the same book, why will you forever forsake us? Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva. Return us, God, which means, God, I know you don't change your mind, but change your mind. Bring us back. We will return. we will return again and again and again. And God, turn and bring us back. Because Netzach, deep down, might mean forever, but it also means endurance. It means I am here and I will be here. The work of maintenance, which is not the shiny part of life. It's not the inspiration. It's not the chesed, the boundless love. It's not the gvura, both the strength and the restraint. It's not the tiferet, that's week 3, which is the inner beauty that pours forth with purpose. Netzach is, I am here. And I'm going to do the work to be here. Which isn't glorious, and it isn't shiny, and it's not the thing that makes people go, ooh, ah. It's just taking care of yourself. This is the week of Netzach, and I'm taking it to heart. I'm trying to rest as much as I can, because that's what, when we are ill, we are called to do. We're not supposed to hurt ourselves in pursuit of life. We're supposed to live in pursuit of life. Grit, Penina, yes, my friend. That is a great translation of Netzach, right? And to call God in that way the gritty one, the one who endures. And for us to live in that model, in what in Latin is called imitatio Dei, acting as God acts, showing chesed to others, showing the gvura of restraining impulses sometimes, the tiferet of knowing that I'm called to a higher purpose, which is my beauty, and grit. Penina, I like that so much. I think I might use that from now on in your name. Grit. I'm here. That's a good thing. And I want to bless you with this, well, this way that I feel. Maybe it'll work for you. Maybe you'll find your own language for it. Maybe we'll just talk about it forever and have a good conversation. I consider that a real gift of Torah. But I bless you with this feeling that taking care of yourself might be the quiet work that we are called to do this week especially, but always. All of these Sefirot, the ones that we emphasize during the weeks that we journey towards Sinai together, all of this work is actually meant to be part of an integrated whole life approach. In fact, for the Kabbalists, the Sefirot themselves, in some way, heretical though it may sound, represented the totality of God as we experience God. There is an Ein Sof, a beyond, that I can't even name, a no name, no thing aspect of God. Again, a great conversation for another time. But the power of this moment is in emphasizing the quiet work, the invisible work of self-care. The resilience that maybe goes unnoticed by others, but you know is true for you. I am here. I'm supposed to be here. I will do the work of being here, of enduring. I will try to embody grit today. And I bless you that when you have your moments, you will take good care of yourself. You will seek advice when you need it. You will listen to science as it continues to discover ways to keep us healthy and whole. That you'll help others find their trust again in what doctors and scientists do their best to create for us, which is a world of health. You'll do your best to make sure that equity and parity are there in society, because health is not meant to be a privilege, though I feel privileged to have my health. Health is a right. Health is something that is supposed to be in my body, not something someone gives to me. So may we find our way into each other's healthy lives again, because we took good care of ourselves and sought help so that we could have a little bit more Netzach-ness in our experience. So bless you, friends. Thank you for being part of this community. Thank you for showing your care for me. It means the world. Thank you, thank you. Let's have a good day, friends. I'll see you tomorrow. And even if I've got my voice back, it's much more fun knowing that you're singing. So consider this an invitation. Please sing with me. La 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 diddy la 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 ay la 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 la. Bless you, friends. See you tomorrow.